Hi, Eric Gibaud, ericgibaud.com, and today I want to make this video because I made the video before about a Canon new product, the camera R5 R6 and several lenses, and I want to make it for three reasons. First, to apologize to people who felt offended when I said that some people were uploading clapping like monkeys. Second, because Canon has officially confirmed what I actually said about the problem of these both cameras. And third, because I think it's incredible the amount of insults I received, not because I used the word monkey, but because I was daring telling something wrong about Canon. I think this is really incredible. Okay, let's start. First of all, I want to apologize to people who felt not too happy about telling that people were clapping were monkeys, but I want to clarify why I said that. When I see a piece of news that says something new technology or whatever, and it is possible to check more, investigate a bit more, and not just take as true what people are telling, and sometimes I forget to do it and just clap as well. And then when it appears that it was wrong and I could have easily checked if it was possible what they were telling, I feel like a monkey. I feel that I've been clapping like a stupid guy, like an idiot, and I feel like this. And then myself, I say, Eric, you were a real monkey clapping for that, and you could have checked. And I told it in this way, and I didn't want to insult anyone. I just felt it was very obvious that these cameras were giving problems, and I did not understand that people would be clapping without thinking, without checking, without anything. Although this is true, I should not have said monkey, and apologize for it. Okay, so now let's speak about the communicate by Canon. Canon actually said that that's right, there are serious overheating problems with this camera, and they give some table. I give some charts. I paste them on the video because some people tell I lie. I don't have any sources, and actually I do. It's public, everyone can find it, but I paste it here so you can have a look at it. So they showed these charts telling, according to the video format you're using, how long you can record before it overheats. So in 8K 30p, 20 minutes. In 8K 30p RAW format profile, 20 minutes also. So they recommend that if you use the R5 using 8K, then you should use it as an additional camera, probably along with another C line of Canon or other competitor, as a main camera, really thought for 8K. And this one, you use it in situation or angle that a big camera, a large camera would not fit, or you want to put it on a drone or whatever. Then in 4K 120p, it lasts 15 minutes. They recommend you use it for short burst. You make some burst of slow motion, and that's it. In 4K 60p, 35 minutes. In 4K 60p with a crop, it actually records in 5.1K, 5.1K, and then it crop it to 4K, maximum 25 minutes. Then if you record in 4K 30p, then no limits. So it shows that that part works, but it's nothing new. There are other cameras that already do that, and even Canon already does that probably, okay? In 4K 30p with a crop, I mean, you actually record in 8.2K and then it crops to 4K to have a higher definition, higher quality. Then the maximum is 30 minutes. And if you record in 4K 30p with the APS-C crop, for example, you have a lens that's too wide and you don't want to put a tele or whatever, then you do a 1.6 crop, so it records in 5.1K and then crops to 4K 30p. Then you have no limits. That was for the R5. For the R6, if you record in 4K 60p, the maximum is 30 minutes, and it does a crop, 94%. It means it crops 6%. It actually records in 8.1K and crops to 4K. Although the R6 doesn't do 8K, it does record in 4K and then sample down to 4K 60p, maximum 30 minutes. If you do 4K 60p with an APS-C crop, as explained before, then 35 minutes. And then if you do 4K 30p with also the 94% crop, 6% out, it records in 5.1K and then sample down to 4K. You have a top of 40 minutes. So this time actually are not the one that allow you, it's the time it takes to overheat. Okay, so how do they estimate this overheating? Well, it actually the camera takes the ambient and the camera temperature, and it's based on a 23 degrees Celsius use. If it's hotter, time will be shorter. If it's cooler, time may be longer. Okay, but then what happens when the camera stops because it's overheating? Well, on the R5, if you record on 8K 30p, you need to have it cooling down for 10 minutes, and it must reach 23 degrees. And then you can start recording again during only 3 minutes. If instead of cooling down 10 minutes, you cool down 20 minutes, then it lets you record again for 8 minutes. In 4K 60p, it needs to cool down 10 minutes, and you can start recording again another 10 minutes. On the R6, on 4K 60p, you must cool down 10 minutes, and then you can start recording again 5 minutes. So obviously, this is useless for a serious video use. It's true that some people say, yeah, but it's a photographic camera, not a video camera. Yeah, that's right. But all the marketing made by Canon is around this video side. So they're telling you many things and they don't work. So obviously, they're just confirming this is probably useless. And if you're going to pay this extra for a camera for the video side, and you realize that only the 4K 30p is working properly, you can keep what you have. There are many other cameras that already do that. So this is nothing to get the champagne out and make a big party about this. So another funny thing, in this note, Canon recommends to place a fan next to the camera. So I know that the Panasonic SH1 or SH, the full frame with the high video capabilities, they have included a fan in the camera. Okay, there's a fly turning around. Okay, and obviously it's all inside. But if you have to put a fan next to the camera, and they were telling that it would be ideal when you don't want a large camera and for difficult situation, different angle, then you have to place a fan. That's not feasible. That's not serious. I mean, that they tell that as a solution, I mean, it's laughable, honestly. When I was telling in my video things really strong about this situation, I want also to clarify why sometimes I'm so it sounds maybe arrogant when I say this is bad, this doesn't work, all this. In the year 2006, I bought 2 Leica M8 bodies. And when it was made, it was the first digital Leica M bodies. And many reviewers, at that time there were no YouTube, but forum and website, all this, they were telling it was a great camera, incredible, all this. So many people placed on order, pre-order as I did, and we had to be on a waiting list. And then the first cameras reached normal people like me. And people started to say that there was a magenta cast on black part of pictures, especially fabrics. And it was obvious. It was so obvious that Leica could not solve it, so they were giving for free. Well, for free when a camera cost 5,000 euros. It's funny to say that. They were giving 2 infrared filters to stop this problem. But then many of us, we turned toward people who had been making reviews before it was issued. So, did you not see that? Didn't you see this purple overcast? Didn't you see that magenta cast? And some said, no, I never saw it. I was not in a situation that I could notice that. And others said, yes, we saw it, but we mentioned it to Leica. Leica said it was pre-production cameras, and it was going to be solved with firmware. And obviously, it was not possible to solve it with firmware. But since then, many years have passed since, I almost never believe what early reviewers are telling, because or they don't test the camera completely, or when they find something that are wrong, the company, the brand, tell them not to say anything because it will be solved on the definite cameras or definite product, or they simply lie. So I always prefer to wait. But in this case, when you look at the specs, what Canon was selling the specs and what the size of the camera already could tell there would be some problem. I could have been wrong, but actually I was not. And I'm sad I was right. I'm sad I was right. Because people telling I'm against Canon, they're completely wrong. I mean, in my channel, I've reviewed about 20 Canon cameras. I recommend about 15. And I've got nothing against Canon, nothing about any brand. I would be the first one to be really happy that this 8K would work. It would be fantastic to have a camera that could do that. Although this is a photo camera and not a video camera, that would be great because it will help many people. Technology, when it goes forward, it helps the whole sector, the whole photography industry, and video industry. So I would be really happy. So I've got nothing against Canon, nothing against this technology. I wish it would work. But what Canon cannot do is not tell this beforehand, because I can understand that maybe some reviewer did not record during 20 minutes and did not reach some overheating problems. Although Peter McKinnon, when he reviewed the camera, he did some vlogging tests, he said that on 4K and 120p he noticed some overheating, but he said maybe he was abusing of this slow motion, or maybe it was because it was a pre-production camera, but didn't say much more. Okay, but I cannot believe that Canon engineers did not see that. I think they saw it. I think they told the commercial side part of the company, and the commercial part said, doesn't matter, get this out, we need to sell, we need to tell the world we have 8K in this mirrorless camera. And that's not honest. This is almost crooks. People have paid upfront to pre-order these cameras, thinking this 8K is going to help them. And it's not true, it's not usable, but it's even worse than that. The 4K also gives problem. Only the 4K 30p is okay. The 60p is giving problem also. So these cameras are not usable. So Canon has been lying to their customers. And this note they issued yesterday, they should have issued it when they presented the camera. Listen guys, this is the new things, but hold on. There are some serious limits. So people may decide if buying or not. And this is not honest what has happened. And yeah, I'm angry with Canon. The same I would be angry with any company that would do that. Because people who buy this camera are not the people who can actually afford a C-line Canon camera or a Harry or a Red camera. They thought that would be a good solution. And this is not a feasible solution. And this is not honest. Okay? So this is why I'm really angry about the situation. And this is why I reported there would be some problem. Because I don't want people to spend money being fooled. If they have the information and despite this information they decide to buy, well, fine, that's not my problem. But if I see they're being fooled, I've got an ethical obligation of telling it. So, something else. In my video I said the new lenses F11, they could, if you close to F16, well, that's not possible because they have fixed aperture of F11. So in my opinion, it makes these lenses even worse, but I'm not going to tell more about that. Just said, yeah, I confirm I made a mistake. It's fixed aperture of F11. So regarding people who've been insulting me, some people insulted my family, call me liar is the lightest thing they said. I actually blocked 150 people of my channel. I don't understand why people can insult me. I can understand people can be bothered with the use of the word monkey, but there was nothing. They were not insulting me for that. They were insulting me, saying I got no clue, no idea, was lying, I am an anti-Canon, and this is incredible that I got insulted for telling this. And actually, what I said in this video may have helped many people for two things. First, to be aware that this camera is not the way they say it is, and now Canon has confirmed it. And maybe also to help people analyze new products when they issue advertisement or analyze or review all this, to check, well, let's see where that could be right or where that could be wrong. Of course, you cannot stop trusting everyone, but you should think a bit, listen when people are telling some news and good things. If it's that good or could be a bit worse, or is it complete lie or a complete mistake, okay? I understand that some YouTubers may not have the freedom to tell everything about the situation because many are under contract and they can tell many positive things, but the negative, very often the brands, I don't speak about Canon, that any brand tell them, yeah, but don't worry, that will be solved on the definitive product. And please don't tell about this because we're fixing it. And after, if they don't fix it, the guy appears like a liar, but he did not actually lie. It was just under contract and he could not say anything, okay? I think it's a big problem, this way of working, okay? But for many, this is the situation. And I want to apologize. People insulting me, they make me apologize to monkeys for comparing them to these guys who are not able to have a different opinion without insulting me, okay? Would I buy this R5 or this R6, or if I want Canon, what would I buy? Right now, I would probably go for the R, because we know how it is, we know it works, we know what's good, what's bad, it's all clear. With the R5 and the R6, we're still in speculation. We don't have real end user testing that could give result of what they feel about it, all this. Don't forget, these are photo cameras, so if you really wanted to do a serious 8K production, although it's a lot more money, I think you should think about a dedicated video camera more than this, because there are some limits that cannot be right now. At this time of we are 2020, there are some technology that are not possible. So if we cannot fit 8K in that size camera, you need to think about something else. Future will tell, but right now, there are things that are not feasible. It's a pity that they made us, well, they tried to make us believe they have made it, that achieved it. It was not true, so that's it. So I would recommend to check the R camera if you want Canon. If you want other brand, well, there are many other brands that gives others video solution, and you're able to check yourself and get an idea of what you could buy. So thank you for watching this video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done yet, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's a small button down here, also a small bell. If you click on the bell, you get notified when I upload a new video. My website, ericgibaud.com. If you have any question, you can leave a comment below, send me an email to info@ericgibaud.com, and below also leave links to my gear on Amazon, also links to other parts of my YouTube channel. Take care of yourself. Thank you very much. Bye.